my long-term review of the GalaxyJet LED 200 or 300 watt moving head. That's a mouthful, but honestly, this is the best fixture from Sheds I've ever had. I got it bright and early. For most people did, kind of as a product tester, and I started at the beginning of my season here at this little acoustic show, and this is real early in the season. It takes a while for us to build momentum with people, and with the amber lights there, you can see how wide those things are. Look how wide those are from all the way back there. The colors look great, and the glass lenses on these things really help the focus. It makes the fixtures very sharp, it makes them very wide, whatever your heart desires. And the focus motor is actually relatively smooth. I really expected it to be more of a stepping motion, but it was actually very fluid. This is what it looks like at night, but let's take a look during the day. And you can see, like, during the day here, look at the colors fade. Normally during the day, lights fall off, especially when you're dealing with budget lights. The light output just isn't enough, and that's just not the case with this 300 watt 3-in-1. I could still focus this. I could still use this as a wash fixture or a spot or profile. Like, in general, this is the most multi-purpose fixture that I have ever owned. It's very compact as well for what it actually is. So I eventually got it out for a trio. So we've got a 3-piece rock band here, and we'll cycle through a few color looks. And here we're going to switch to magenta. And you'll notice that during this intensity effect, there's an odd dimming curve. Well, that's the profile that I was using for this event. We've since then changed the profile and modified it, and now it dims beautifully. But for this rock and roll show, this kind of actually worked with that stutter and the dimming curve. This is now my new favorite thing to do with these lights. I want to do this for every show because it just looks awesome with these gobos on the wall.
All the words are gonna bleed from me, and I will sing no more. Message coming from my mind. Said go out.
And now we're going to jump to another event where we get into some honky-tonk country with Cody Eichert and the Sidewinders. The sun hasn't hit the horizon yet, and we can see these fixtures without a problem. The amber looks so good for country on this stage. You can actually use it as great backlight because it's so wide. It really keys the guys nicely. The amber and the yellow go great together. And notice how I've got two of the mini beam 230s on the drum riser and the wash lights off to the side. They move together great. Very smooth pan tilt. I need 8 more of these things. They look so good. We have used these lights hard this season, and none of them show any signs of wear or tear or slowing down or dimness. Like, these things still look and move as great as they did coming out of the box, which is something to say because this is not an easy environment for these fixtures to live in. They pretty much get a cover thrown on them and then they're out all day and night. And so they have held up great, and I'm very impressed with them. Especially since mine was like a pre-production run. This shows the UV gel and the color wheel here, and UV typically doesn't translate on camera very well, but this LED light engine is so bright that even the UV can be detected by the camera, and it doesn't look terrible. So I'm still very impressed with how well the light output of these fixtures really performs, and honestly, these things, they seem to be freaking bulletproof. Let's move them around a little bit faster, and let's use them like a profile spot instead. So this fixture comes in a 200 watt and a 300 watt version, and it's called a 3-in-1. And so the 3-in-1 is actually a spot beam or a wash fixture, and then they also have a LED ring. Now the LED ring really acts as like an eye candy fixture. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to use the eye candy fixture because I only have 2 fixtures. That's really not a lot to dazzle anybody with, and so most of the time I was using this as a wash fixture in my case. But they could absolutely be your next spot profile beam without a doubt. Massive cooling systems on these things to keep that LED engine cool. There's even a low power mode if you don't need it to be super, super bright, and it runs the fans a little lower. Keep that in mind if you're in a small church or a small conference room. Here you can see how wide these lights are. The ceiling is actually getting light rather than the back of my stage here. They went for a blue wash, and we've got so much front light, it's kind of neutralizing that UV blue, and it's actually going out front onto our ceiling. We're going to permanently hang these in the roof, and it's going to be extremely easy because this fixture has mounting clamps built into the frame itself. Leading console manufacturers now have fixture profiles for these out, making it extremely easy for you to integrate these into your lighting rig. I highly suggest it, and at the time of this recording, Sheds has even got these fixtures discounted. It is time now. Make sure you get as many as you can, especially before politics and tariffs get involved even more. Pick you up some of these lights and make your stage awesome. Make massive shapes. You won't regret it. Shed sent me these lights 3 or 4 months ago, and I have neglected to make this video, so please share it. Tell all your friends. I really need to get some traction behind these things because I have failed my obligations as apparently a YouTuber. I have had a great time using these lights. These things, they have so many options as far as inputs, outputs. They look awesome. They run very, very well. And the user interface is actually really, really nice with static scenes. Like, you could easily run these things without a controller. Get yours today at sheds.com. Obviously, the link is mine. Thanks for watching.